Give me 1 second. It's scheduled, so I don't know if we are actually live. Okay, yeah, looks like we're live. Fingers crossed. Give it a few more seconds. Might be just the internet. Give it a few more seconds. Might be just the internet. Oh yes, yes, we are live. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Give it a few more seconds. And I just wanted to hear the audio too. Okay, perfect. Well, firstly, welcome to the portal. So we've got quite a lot to talk about in today's video. I need to check when was the last time I was live on here. Literally a year ago. Like, that just says it all. When Saturn went into Pisces. I'm a Pisces sun and a Venus Pisces, and Saturn has been Saturn has been giving me the naughty corner. Like, if I was a child, it would be like, girl, sort out your shit. Okay, so what has been going on? A lot. So firstly, welcome everybody. My name is Tasha. I am formerly known as many names, but we are changing this channel to The Portal, okay? Because I've been going through a lot of self-growth, and to be honest with you, this is long overdue. And this is going to be like, we need to talk about how I feel is I need to talk about how I feel the week's gone, okay? I feel like through my experiences, I'll be able to share with you, and usually that's what people can connect to. So a lot of people, usually I share all my feelings on my Facebook page, and quite a lot of people resonate with that. And over the last, so I started studying astrology since 2020, self-studying astrology. And through that experience, it's been very profound. My life has really changed for the better, I would say. It's been tough. These transits have been real tough, right? And I kind of knew it would be tough because the forecast is it's going to be a long game till 2030. We're going to be going through the trenches, people. And especially with, like, we've got big outer planets changing. We've got Pluto in Aquarius, back and forth, back and forth. It was only last week I realized that Pluto is conjunct my Saturn. And for me, bro, when Pluto's around, you get huge transformation, like a whole evolution of a person. And not everybody will be getting this transit. Do you know what I mean? Not every human, in this lifetime that we know right now, my lifetime, will Pluto conjunct a Saturn. So it's a rare transit. And what does that mean? It means deep transformation within uh, my disciplines, myself, and it's a tough one. You know, it's like if when when Daddy and Grandpa come together, you're in the mega naughty corner. So I've been learning a lot about my transits because it's been very I spend a lot of time alone. I started to dedicate my time. Hi, everyone. I don't know where the group chat is. But I've been dedicating my time to learn my transits, to know um, everything, right? Self teaching. My background is self taught astrology. I'm a yoga teacher. I produce sound healing, and that's kind of what this channel is going to transform to is the portal. I've evolved. I was disconnected from Eclectically Kali. Eclectically Kali is, firstly, it's a mouthful, but also that name is very sacred. I'm going to keep it as my production name. But yeah, anyway, that's a whole nother catch up of a video. So the eclipse has just happened this week. This is why we're here. Let's talk about eclipse. Okay, so on Tuesday, not Tuesday, last Sunday or Monday, I can't quite remember. Things have been changing and evolving so quickly. So basically I think it was a week ago, a Sunday, yes. So what happened? What was my experience about the eclipse? Now, firstly, the eclipse is in Pisces. Okay, so um, firstly, I've got freaking Neptune in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, which I've got my Sun in Pisces, my Venus in Pisces, in my 10th house, which is all career, and it's opposing. Um, yeah, it's opposing my 4th house, I think. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Sorry. I'm just thinking, Virgo's in my 4th house. No wonder stuff has been going on in family. Anyway, so basically, the eclipse, what I did is I went to the beach. So actually, was it last? Yeah. The week running up to eclipse when Venus in Libra conjunct Jupiter, firstly, I'm in Vietnam. Okay. I'm traveling, I'm having a good time. And I have been really isolated for 5 weeks, really, until Venus conjunct Jupiter or sorry, let's do that again. Venus trine Jupiter gave me that extra gifts of relationships. So I met really cool female energy, which was great. I got gifts left, right, and center. It was just wild. And so, like, I was like, because I knew the transit, I'm very aware of the transit. So I was like, this is so sick. I love it. This is so cool. And basically, I also, by the way, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm going live. It's literally 11:11. And I'm so tired, but I felt the need to go live. So this live's going to be very like story to story to story to story. Things are just about mental. No. I just want to go live. I've also got this new room, so I'm excited to go live. And yeah, I'm just ready to just talk, man. Like my Jupiter is in Leo in the 3rd house. And she just wants to freaking talk about her feelings, man. That's why I like to talk. Okay, so let's just rewind back. So, leading up until the eclipse, I felt very. What did I observe? Because this is the art of what I do a lot, is the art of observation. And what I found is so many people were venting, were sharing their emotions of like ending relationships, whether it's friendships, partnerships. I felt like people had a lot of a big cycle going on. And the beginning of last week, I was meditating a lot. I was meditating on the beach. I was doing yoga, and that really helped ground my energy. So when the eclipse came, so I found myself with a lot of people up until the eclipse. And through that experience, um, I felt like I was very much a pillar to people. But in the same time, I was kind of thinking, I don't mind people venting, but I'm also like, I don't know you. So why are you venting to me? Like, that's how I felt in the moment. But I thought to myself, okay, let's just, I need to learn how to, I cleanse my energy straight away in the shower, in the ocean, in like any water body I did. Okay. But I thought to myself, hey, you're a light worker. This is what's going to happen, right? Things are going to pop up. So what I did is on the eclipse day, I went to the beach. And the day before the beach, there was these weird entities around. I'm not gonna lie. Like I haven't experienced this, maybe once being here in Vietnam, but this was very odd. And this is why I want to talk about the is learning the art of observation to understand the transits that's going on in the energy to see what's happening, because you can literally go down an analytical um, portal of uh, understanding why are you attracting these people. Okay, so there was two particular people, but I personally feel the eclipse was giving me like a little bit of shadow work here. Like, do you know how to set boundaries? Are you going to set boundaries or are you not? So a bit of reflection to everybody. Have you set boundaries this week? You know what I mean? Since last Sunday, what has your boundaries been? How has your week been? Like, are you, are you, are you, have you closed cycles? Okay, we're going to talk about the cycles because leading up until the eclipse, I was happy go lucky because guess what? I know that Pisces, full moon in Pisces is in my freaking, like, as a Pisces general collective, it's in the first house. It's about the self. So, what have I been doing? I've been grounding, like boundaries, meditating, all the good stuff, right? But then I had to do a visa run on Wednesday. So the eclipse night, it was a bit funny. I'm not gonna lie. There was a weird energy around, very powerful. Sorry, disconnected there for a second. Jupiter and Saturn is my vibe, right? Uh, my Saturn is my discipline and the way I discipline myself is Saturn in Aquarius, yeah. And then you've got my Jupiter in Leo, which is very much my vibes, my communication vibes. I'm telling you now, all I wanted to do this Friday and Saturday, I was like, I can't. No people whatsoever. And I was just like, just can't do this. Like, I cannot be around people right now. And I'm so glad I didn't. But the problem is that the moon was in Taurus. And when the moon's in Taurus, I'm an emotional eater. So I felt like I just went through 2 days of not being the best version of myself. I'm not gonna lie. I decided to just watch like Netflix and chill in bed and just relax. But now I feel the energy is up again, which is really, really happy. I'm really, really happy. I got a video out. I I've been so good today. And I'm in a new like hotel room, which is so cool. So currently, energetically, this week, my strategy for this week is very much get back into a healthy routine. The sun's in Libra, so we're all about the looking cute vibes now after our Virgo drilling. Um, Mercury is still in Virgo, which is very mental. Okay, so we still need to ground our energy. Um, where is the moon? The moon's in Gemini. Yeah, we're feeling. Yeah. Um. So Venus is going to enter Scorpio, and Scorpio is in my seventh house. I'm having the most craziest relationship situationships. Come on, reconnect. Okay, we're working with unstable internet, which is all good in the hood. So, basically, I have been self-teaching, self-reflecting. I'm in my philosopher era right now. So, to break this down a bit for you is I started living my life from 2020 and reminding myself from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Every year, I remind myself of my North Node, okay? And my North Node is in the ninth house, right? I've got a lot of ninth house and third house placements. So, what does this mean? I've got a lot of Sagittarius travel, like ninth house rules travel, philosophies, higher education, and spirituality, um, like long distance travel. But my North Node's in Capricorn, which means the art of discipline and goal settings, right? So in the beginning of this year, actually on my other YouTube channel, which is called Miss Kiff, which is my lifestyle channel, I put a goal. What was the goal for 2024, right? What do I want to achieve? And I've achieved quite a bit on that list. And when I set those goals, I realized I wanted to travel this year. And honestly, would I have believed that I basically got here? I think this is why I love astrology. Not in the wildest dreams, I would have thought I would have been here in Vietnam right now if you had told me that in the beginning of January 2024. However, this is what I love about the eclipse. In February 2024, I went to Thailand for the first time. And in order for me to get to Thailand, I was disciplined and I worked my butt off. And I was working in higher education. And my heart was feeling like I wanted to travel. So I went to go travel. Through this travel, I had so many synchronicities. I had a lot of shadow work because I was traveling on my astrocartography moon line. And the emotions were emotioning. Do you know what I mean? I had to purge, I had to do what I had to do. But coming out of that, I remember I was like, I really, 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 there was a new moon in Pisces. I was like, I want to travel. I want to be a travel digital nomad by the end of this year. What happens? The eclipse in freaking Aries, like literally portaled us into like the future. I'm not even joking. I felt like I've just traveled into the future this year. And a lot of people don't like, I, I haven't, a lot of people I feel like I've surprised with my sudden movements because trust me, I barely have kept up with myself, you know. But I've been every week I tune into the astrology. I've got my list of people that I look at. So it's Serious Joy every Friday, Magic Monday, which is funny this because Haley Comment, I landed up meeting in Thailand in February this year. And I watch her YouTube channel. She's got over 50,000 subscribers. She's an astrologer that I watch all the time. Do you know what I love about this is that when you have become your own philosopher or your own spiritual light worker, whatever you want to call it, and then you start meeting other spiritual, like other astrologers on this frequency, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool to see. You know what I mean? But anyway, I've been like, I don't know. I've watched. I feel like I've been committed to my routine for at least 3 years now. Every day, every week, I'm like literally reading astrology almost every day. And if not every day, it's definitely every week for sure. With no like, I spend at least when I do astrology, I spend about 5 hours ninth house, people. I'm a learning queen. And especially I've got also placements in my third house. My Jupiter's in my third house, my Chiron's in my third house, my South Node's in my third house. And I could have easily have had this this Mercury in Virgo is making me into a perfectionist. Like, but we're in the new timeline. And like, do you know what's so funny? Yesterday, I was in my other hotel room. I was just like thinking, I was like, man, I'm like, I must watch. I don't want to repeat a cycle. Please, please, please. I'm sick of repeating my cycle. It's just like, man, this energy right now with the eclipse and everything is because this is why I don't want to get into a slump. And this is why I am actually doing these lives every week is number one, if I pick up anything with astrology that you can at least, maybe there's some type of message in here that you can translate to your own life and your own journey, amazing. That's awesome. Uh, but it's also because we're in the energy now where we've got the next 6 months, and especially Pisces, the next 6 months is the optimal time to self discipline right now. And I've been watching myself, right? There's been a lot of energy, a lot of cool people coming into my life, great. But I'm like, some of you people, I can't be around you all the time. I must watch my energy. I must protect my energy because you don't want to be surrounded by people who aren't putting in the work, right? Who aren't on your frequency. If your energy right now is I actually don't want to do the work, blah blah blah, that's your prerogative, right? That's literally your prerogative. But for me, I'm here to manifest my dream freaking life, and that means we need to put in the work. So I've been following my gut. I've been following my North Node. But does it make my easy? No, because clearly I've still got some shadow work to go through because I'm still trying to get that abundance up, right? But also I've been so analytical, analyst, an, analyst, analytical in my mind about starting that I just need to take a leap of faith, right? The universe plunged me into this world in June. Thank you so much, universe. But I have so much to share. I've been practicing yoga because I've been really wanting to share more yoga with you all. But I've been wanting a space to record. This room seems like a good space to record because the weather is like changing a bit now. So I'm going to try to do a few yoga sessions here in the room, practice that for sure, and do some meditations. I have been really, really, really connected to meditation, and I feel that I want to share that with you as well. So this is the launch of the weekly episode live, right? The portal I was called to because, again, coming back to my North Node in the ninth house, is I'm, and especially I've got Mars in Gemini, okay? And what does that mean? Mars in Gemini is an idea, like it just wants to, ideas, ideas, ideas. I've got Jupiter now trying, like Jupiter is freaking conjunct in that, okay? We've got Jupiter on my Mars in Gemini. It's like, you have no idea. And it's in the second house. So we can either have abundance or I'm going to be spending a lot of money. Which I've been really, honestly, thank goodness for my Capricorn in my chart. It really helps me. Anyway, I'm going off topic a bit here. But anyway, so I have been feeling cold when this is why I love what I do, because in life, because I spend a lot of time in isolation, so I can hear what I need to do. So I've been called to do more yoga, to do more meditation, to talk about what I'm going through, so maybe people can resonate. And a lot of my chart, for instance, my Jupiter in Leo in the third house is a good storyteller. Sometimes too extra, but there's no such a thing as too extra when it comes to Leo. Okay, we think Leo is the best. So the fact is that I know that in my chart, through my experiences, I get to share with you, I can help inspire more people. Okay, because this is what I'm here to do. My life is a journey. I feel like a philosopher on her own mission. But at the same time, I'm learning the art of discipline and trying to ride these waves along with you. And sometimes the waves are great, but sometimes the waves are pretty freaking hectic. Okay. There has been even a typhoon. This is why I like watching Serious Joy. I watch Magic Monday and I watch Balmy Spirit. And all three of these mediums, um, oh, and also Mark David Meyer with the fire. This guy's a gift guy too. We're going to talk about him in a minute. But they have been saying that there's, weather-wise, there's a lot going on. And it's true, like Hanoi, which is crazy. I nearly traveled to Hanoi the week of the typhoon that just like messed up the whole northern. I was like, I think I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay south. What happens? I extend my stay for a week here in Da Nang, and then guess what? Typhoon hits. I go last week for my passport visa. Another typhoon hits, and I'm just like, it's I'm so blessed. Let's put it that way. It's just wild. So there's a lot of energy going on, and that's why it's so important. Like the eclipse is all about Pisces. Pisces is all about hope, faith, belief, dreaming, creativity, love, joy, happiness. Just Pisces is beautiful, right? And I feel like Pisces, sorry about that, the internet keeps cutting out. So you need to put yourself first emotionally now. What do you feel that you want to hope for in your future? For the next 6 months, what is the goal? Where do you want to go? Because this is like preparing us for the node shifting, which I'm really intrigued to see what the next 6 months. I personally feel like I've got a lot of self-discipline because Saturn's still in Pisces, man. Like I'm just needing to stay at home. No, not stay at home. I'm definitely needing to not escape into the duality of what Pisces is. So right now is not the time to be um, the other duality of Pisces, the escapism, the drugs, the alcohol, the let's get lost in reality. No, let's get lost in the faith of yourself, right? Let's get connected to the realms of the 5D or higher self. Your higher self is where it's at right now. And the eclipse energy is still here. It's not a time to manifest, it's just a time to think, ground, and connect to yourself. This is not the time to be this. If you're feeling disconnected to yourself. So I was speaking to a lot of people, and this girl I met, she's like, oh, she's quite people have been complimenting me, which is great. People saying, I wish I want to be like you. And I was like, but you can. You've got all the access. You know what I mean? Just just focus on yourself. Focus on your higher connection to yourself. How do you connect? You just sit in silence and do a little visual representation to get you to your higher self and find the answers you seek. Um, we need to do another episode about meditation and my experiences. I had like a really cool, profound experience in meditation in February with what I concluded now, which is the eclipse. I'll tell you actually. In February, I was going through this trauma and knowing that my Chiron is in the third house. In Cancer, I've got like mommy issues, yeah. That's just my life. It's been like that. And I've always not got the love that I felt that I just deserve from my mom. But actually, it's got nothing to do with my mom. It's got to do with me needing to be my own mother. And during this 5 element meditation in uh yeah, sitting down meditation, and I was just like, you breathe through the pain, so you distribute the pain in your body to the elements, but you enter through your heart. And once you get to your inner child, you ask, what does it need? And my inner child said, Mommy, I thought I heard my mother's voice, and my mother's passed away, say, I love you. And I burst into tears. And then on the beach here, I meditated, and my present self walked on the beach, came to me, gave me a hug. This is a week before the eclipse, by the way. And she hugged me, hugged me, and she was like, you are empowered. You are enough. You are beautiful. You're empowered. I love you. And then I had a moment, I was like, it was me telling myself I love me. It took me 6 months to get to that. What? Meditate, people. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And another thing, if you feel like you're missing something in your life right now, look at where your Chiron is. Chiron is a wounded healer. Bloody hell. If I known it was so simple to love myself from day one, I would have loved myself even more. I like Serious Joy because Serious Joy goes, you gotta love yourself and you're gonna love yourself some more. So this weekend, whilst I was freaking eating nonsense, I wasn't loving myself and loving myself some more. I was punishing myself and punishing myself some more. Don't worry, I'm back to loving myself and loving myself some more because we are over this, okay? And I need, look at, we're on a journey. Not every day is perfect, and we learn, we grind, we grow, we do our thing. So tomorrow's another day, love. So yeah, anyway, like that's why my mat and me are good friends. I think I'm going to record a meditation on how to connect to your higher self and how do you get messages from your higher self, because it's the time now to connect. Yeah, I feel like that's all I want to talk about tonight. I could literally talk forever and ever. I've got so many stories because there's just so much. I observe so much and I love what I do. I just feel like I have been in, I have for the last, since 2017, which has been 7 years, can you believe it? I've been lost. Yeah. I miss being a yoga teacher. You know what I mean? Like, I love that life. In 2015, 2016, 2017, when I had my yoga studio, yoga room even, I had the best time because I just felt like I loved what I did. And I just feel like I want to love what I do again. And I just feel that spirituality is a part of me. And like, I've been going through so much over the last since 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. 2024 is the first freaking year since 2016 where I felt like I'm back to myself. Think about that. So, I know I've been gone for a while. Look, yeah, sometimes the philosopher needs to go philosopher, go find some philosophies and bring it back to you, yeah. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I want to do. And I really wanted to do this. Like, I just really, really, really wanted to do this. But when I was last year and the year before, if you look at my channel video, I was like, I'm a Taurus moon, people, and a Taurus rising. I like pretty stuff. And I've also got, Jupiter Leo with the Pisces brew. We just are a match made of everything needs to look aesthetically pleasing. Do you know what I mean? Um, so I'm finally here. I'm finally here, and I've been traveling. Like for 2 years, I was living in a van, and I thought that would have been a lot better, but it was difficult to record because it was always cold and things like that. But and the rain and everything. But we went from van life into full-time travel where I was like stress busy in July, stress busy. June, July, August was insane. And now I feel like finally I've got 3 months here in Vietnam. We are grounding. We are doing this. We are launching. We are finally putting into action what I've been wanting to do. So I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this live. And let me know what videos you want to do. I think I'm going to start a Chiron series because I feel like a lot of people can learn from their Chiron. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, is how do we do like a Chiron series and like a mini yoga sequence with the Chiron meditation. Imagine that. But it'd be really cool to meet people with these specific Chirons to see what I can do and what I can help with. But yeah, I just have felt no matter what I do in my life, spirituality is the one thing. There's actually two things that constantly I do. Astrology, especially back in February, I really loved the yoga retreat center I went to, Wonderland. So brilliant. You can look on my other channel, Miss Kef. It's so good. And then I was like, man, I really want to do this. I really want to do this again. I miss it. And creativity. My YouTube videos. I've not stopped. I've never stopped a YouTube video ever. Because I love it. So I'm trying to do things more what I love and what I do. And I feel like the community here in Vietnam is really good for me right now. And then I need to go and swim to other communities around the world because North Node in Capricorn, darling, 9th house. I'm a traveler. That's what I do. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. If you're new to astrology and you don't know where to start, look at your Chiron placement. So you go to Astro Seek and you look at where your Chiron is, asteroid, which house is it, and you Google Chiron and Cancer in the 3rd house. That's mine. Then you look at your North Node and your South Node. Your North Node is what you're needing to learn in this lifetime. Your south node is where you came from, and you need to be able to balance them both in this lifetime. And then you start from there. Start first. When it comes to career, there's so much more we want to get into, but we'll get into that another episode, because right now I really need to get to bed because I'm naughty. It's nearly 10 to 12. Cool. Hope you thoroughly enjoyed this. I actually recorded a full video about the launch of the portal, but I decided to go live, so why not? We will be going live every Sunday for sure. I will announce it next time, but I'm impulsive. My Mars in Gemini is just do it now. Comment down below what's your top 3, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.